The Community Television Consortium of Stark County presents this week's edition of What's Happening, the show about you, the people of Stark County. And now your host for tonight's program, Susie Vitale.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of What's Happening in Stark County. I'm Susie Vitale. Our first guest this evening is Bliss Dickerson, who is an education coordinator at Doctors Hospital.
Right.
Okay, and you're here to talk about a series of seminars this evening that Doctors Hospital will be holding. What are they going to be called?
Doctors Hospital Talks Health.
Okay, and these seminars, there's going to be how many of these?
Well, we have 3 more to go for the year.
Okay, and who are these for?
They're for the public and
just for the general public?
Welcome to come.
Okay, so you don't have to be a regular patient of Doctors Hospital to attend these?
No, they're open to the whole community.
Okay, is there a charge for these?
No, the programs are free to the public.
Okay, but do you need to register at all?
You need to register. You need to call the Department of Education and Training at Doctors Hospital.
Okay, what's the phone number for that?
It's 837-7365.
Okay, so if somebody wants to come to one of these seminars that we're going to be talking about the topics, they just need to call and register and they'll be attending. And where do you hold these in the hospital?
There's an auditorium in the basement of the hospital and they'll be coming to the auditorium.
Okay, so this has been an entire series. Why does Doctors Hospital have these seminars for the public?
The hospital is committed to providing quality health education to the community and our patients.
Okay, now what is the first topic, or the first seminar that's coming up? What's the topic?
It's on prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm. Is this a growing problem, or is this...
Yes, it is. Dr. Anthony Burton will discuss prostate cancer, and we'll talk about the signs and symptoms and the treatments and the diagnosis of the disease.
Is there going to be an opportunity for people to ask questions?
Of course. Dr. Burton's very good at answering questions.
Okay. Is he a specialist in...
He is. He's a urologist at Doctors Hospital.
Okay. And if people come to this, then they'll be able to... he's going to speak, and then is he going to show slides or have handouts?
He may very well show slides.
Okay. How long do these usually last?
Well, they start at 7 o'clock, and usually by 8:30 or 8:45 we're finished.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, now when is that one?
That's September 20th.
September 20th?
It's the third Tuesday of the month.
And what time is it?
At 7 o'clock.
Okay. In the evening?
In the evening.
We don't want him showing up in the morning. Okay. When is the next one?
On October 18th, we'll be holding a program on attention deficit disorder. Mm-hmm. And the format of that one is a little bit different. We have 3 speakers that will each speak for 20 to 30 minutes, and then we have a panel discussion to follow.
Okay, so who's going to be speaking at that one?
We have Dr. Clint Volm, who is a psychologist with psychological and family counseling, mm-hmm. and I believe that's at Belden Village. Mr. William Moeller, who is a psychologist with human development and counseling, and Dr. Charles Rasmussen, who is a member of the ADD Resource Group of North Canton.
Now, attention deficit disorder has had a lot of different names. It's kind of evolved. It's been, people used to just refer to their children as being hyperactive.
Right.
Is that right? Why would someone be interested in coming to this? Like, what would, if you had a child that was maybe really active, would you maybe be wanting to come? Or?
Well, I think a lot of times when they go to school, mm-hmm. the teachers will suggest to them that perhaps they need to look into this further, and they'll refer them back to their family physician, who then makes the decision on what treatment, what direction they'll go with the treatment.
Would this be helpful for teachers to attend?
Definitely.
Maybe help them identify
yes.
students that maybe are just real active. And
right.
Okay, so what is the phone number then again?
837-7365.
Okay, and this is, what date is this again?
That one is October 18th.
Uh-huh.
Reservations are necessary for this one. I know it's going to be a busy program.
Okay, and that's also at 7?
Yes,
okay.
In the hospital auditorium.
Okay, and what's the last one then?
The third program is on November 15th. We'll be having Dr. Edward Chirac, who is a gastroenterologist at Doctors Hospital, mm-hmm. and he'll be discussing gastrointestinal cancers.
Mm-hmm. And that's becoming a big topic as far
as...
Right.
He'll be talking about stomach cancer, colon cancer, and liver cancer, the signs and symptoms and the treatment, and anything they can ask questions of Dr. Chirac too.
Okay, and this is also at 7. You also need registration.
Right.
Can you call up now and register for the one in November?
You can call tomorrow and register for anything.
For all 3, maybe?
That's right.
Okay, and there's a limit probably to how many people can come?
There are.
Okay.
Seating is limited.
Okay, we've only got about 30 seconds left, but what is the phone number one more time?
837-7365.
And what is the name of the seminars that they'll be asking about?
Doctor's Hospital Talks Health.
Okay, thanks for coming this evening. Next up, we've got more. Stay with us. Our next guest is Tom Season, who is a superintendent from the Stark County Board of Mental Retardation and Developmental Disabilities. And you have an event coming up. What is it?
Yes, we do, and we're very excited about it. It's called Share Fair 94.
Okay, and what is this like?
Share Fair 94 will be an opportunity for members of the community to learn more about us. That's been one of our themes, learn more about us, and it will be a demonstration of everything that goes on within our program.
Okay. Have you done this before? Is this something new that you're trying?
We did this in July of this year, and at that time we did it just for the adult services staff. And it was such a successful event that all I could hear the adult service staff saying was, we should do this for the community. And they graciously agreed to do it again, and it will be presented on the 23rd of September.
Now, what was the last one like? Because I understood there were a lot of hands-on kind of things. What do you mean by that?
Hands-on means that we actually got to participate in doing the activities. What we did was we had contracts, actual contract work that was done in our workshops that the adult enrollees who are enrolled in our program participate in. We made the ceramics, we actually did the contract work, we put pallets together, we built picnic tables, we participated with a lot of the technological equipment that they use for persons who have communication problems. We participated in some of the recreational activities that are presented to persons in our program. It was just a spectrum of everything that we do.
So that if you come to this, you get to actually do some of the kinds of work that's done there.
That's right. They will be presented with work that's done there, and they will get to actually participate in that work.
Are there any kind of displays or demonstrations of different, like, therapy or anything like that?
Yes, we will be opening it up also to our school program, our youth services program this time around. And persons who go through the Share Fair will also get to see what exactly, what the types of programs that are done in the school program, which includes the therapies.
Now, when is this going to be?
This is September 23rd. That's on a Friday, and the time is 12:30 to 7. And it will be held at Whippledale Center.
Is there a cost for this? Is there a charge?
No, it will be free.
Are you having refreshments?
Oh yes, we always feed the public when they come in.
Okay, so what's the time that this is going to be?
It's from 12:30 to 7 o'clock.
Oh, so it's all day.
It's all day, yes. We have 2 shifts of staff coming in to work the Share Fair. And the nice thing about this is that we've had many, many staff members who are willing to volunteer their time over and above their workday to do this. So it's been a real positive activity for our staff also to get together and work together as a team.
Who do you think could benefit from coming to this?
Well, we hope that the whole Stark County community can benefit by coming to this. Individuals who may be curious about what the County Board of MRDD does, the types of programs that we have. Teachers who teach in public schools may be interested in seeing the type of programming we have for students with developmental disabilities and might get some ideas. Persons who are interested in the technological advances in education and programming for persons with disabilities would be interested in coming to this.
Okay, so this could be a wide range of people. Would employers, maybe potential employers, be interested too because you have your supported work programs?
Yes, it would be good for employers because they would get to see the types of jobs that our individuals do outside of our sheltered workshop. It would be good for business individuals also because they would be able to see the types of contract work the individuals in our shops are able to do. So it would benefit anyone, government officials, just anyone.
Okay, and this is going to be at that great big building at Whippledale, which is at the corner of what?
Whipple and Hills and Dales.
Whipple and Hills and Dales.
Yes.
It used to be the R&J Furniture Building.
Yes.
And it's that great big building. If people ever go by there and they wonder what goes on in that building, there's this little parking lot and great big building with very few windows. A lot goes on in there, and you have other areas too that you're doing work. You have so many locations.
Correct. Whippledale is just one of our sites. We have the Cohen Joliet Industries on Route 62 in Canton. We have Eastgate, which is in Louisville, the West Stark Center in Massillon, and the Higgins Center, which is in Canton South. And all of those facilities will be participating in this share fair.
Okay, and will people have an opportunity to stop in at the gift garden during this time too?
Yes, we
to shop?
Anticipate that the gift garden will be open.
Do you have any Christmas items in the gift garden?
Oh, yes, we have lots of Christmas items.
Okay, now if people want to come to this event, though, this is held at Hills and Dales and Whipple Road.
Right, the Whippledale Center, yes.
Okay, if they want more information, what's the phone number they can call?
They can call us at 477-5200.
Okay, and this is for Share Fair 94?
Yes.
Okay, thanks for coming this evening.
Well, thank you.
Stay with us, we've got more. Our next guest is our good friend Larry Burgett, who is the Director of Development at the Canton Christian Home. And Larry, you're here to talk about three seminars, a series of seminars that the Canton Christian Home is having. What are they about?
We have the retirement and financial seminars. They're about helping people to be educated in the area of finances or retirement so that they can better plan for their future. It's a community service that Canton Christian Home likes to perform, and we have three different ones, as you've already mentioned, coming. And the first one's September the 22nd on Thursday, and the public is invited to that.
Okay, what is the first one about?
The first one's about timely investments for today's environment. And we're having Myron Draper and George Carr from Merrill Lynch. And they'll come and talk about investing and what might be good to invest in at this time when the market changes so much anymore. And we've had them in the past about 3 or 4 years ago, and they do a very good job of answering questions for people.
It used to be a real simple thing to plan for retirement. You just put your money in the bank in a savings account and saved it, and now there's a lot to know. There
are so many alternatives out there anymore in the investment field, and just because one puts their things into CDs anymore, they may be losing money because the cost of living may be even greater than what they can get out of CDs. So you must take a look at the total picture and then decide what is best for me.
It's good to do this every couple years too, because things change.
That's true. That really is true. Now, we have seminars not only in the fall, but we also have some in the spring. And so this gives an opportunity for people, if they can't get to, or the particular subjects in the fall are not the ones they want, and then maybe the spring ones are the ones that they want. So it is good that we have these every, well, the same ones like investments, we'll have those every couple years, but different topics at different times for the people who are interested in the different subjects.
Now, where do you have these? Do you actually hold these at the Canton Christian Home?
We hold these in the, well, we're going to hold them in our new in-service seminar room that we just made. The auxiliary of the Canton Christian Home provided a nice room for us and fixed it all up for us, and we're going to be holding it there. We've held it in our chapel multipurpose room before, but now we got tables and everything set up in this seminar room, and it's going to be held there, and it's going to work out real well for them.
It's really nice. They did a good job.
They sure did.
Okay, so the first one then is September the
22nd.
At what time?
And we have it from 10 o'clock in the morning till 12. And then we'll repeat that at night for 7 to 9, because we found that there are some, especially women, who do not like to drive at night, but feel much freer to come in the morning. So we held it 2 different times, but one is a repeat of the other. Okay, and there's no charge, but do you need to register for these? There's no charge, but it does help us to know how many are coming, because we like to have handouts. We encourage our seminar leaders to bring any handouts that they have available, and it does help us to know how many to expect. In our seminar room, we know that we can easily set up to 52. Now, Now, if we're going to have 70 some show up, then we have to move it or make some other arrangements.
Okay, what's the number people would call if they're interested?
If they were interested, and we hope they're interested, the number is 456-0004.
Okay.
And there's no cost to this at all.
Okay, what's the second seminar topic about?
The second seminar is entitled Tax Reduction Strategies for 1994 and beyond. Now, the IRS doesn't mind at all if we reduce our taxes, as long as it's done legally, everything's in order. And so we're going to go over some of the things that can be done before December 31st, 1994, that can make a difference on people's taxes that they have to pay. And if they can lower their taxes they have to pay, that means more income, more money in their pocket.
Right.
And so we hope that they end up with more money in the pocket when we all get done.
It's good to have that when you're having it, because you don't want a seminar in the spring when it's too late for last year. I mean, you could do it for the following year, but it's really nice that you've got that. And you're going to show many different ways that you could possibly...
We're going to talk about the different types of things that can be done. And we'll talk also about charity, you know, the idea of what can be done to help in charity at the same time and reduce your taxes, but also other possibilities that can be done prior to December 31st, the end of the year.
Okay, and this one is going to be held?
This one is going to be held Monday, October the 17th, 1994, in the same hours from 10 to 12 and repeated from 7 to 9 that evening.
Okay, we've only got a minute left, so what's the last topic?
The last topic is about annuities, worth a second look, and that's brought to us by Randy Young from the Snyder Young Insurance Agency. And we're talking mainly about commercial annuities. Now, there's also charitable annuities, but this is going to be mainly about commercial annuities and what people might be able to do as they take another look at this possibility.
Okay, so it's good that you have 3 different presenters from 3 different places, so that it's not one person or one company's opinion. What's the phone number that people can call again if they're interested?
Okay, the phone number is 456-0004.
Okay, thanks for coming this evening.
Thank you.
Stay with us, we've got more. Our next guest is Beverly Brown, who is the Executive Director of the Pregnancy Support Center. And this formerly was called the Crisis Pregnancy Support Center. Right. So you've had a name change. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, a few months ago, CareNet, which is our parent organization, used to be Christian Action Council, made the recommendation that pregnancy support centers or care centers look at the possibility of dropping the title of crisis pregnancy centers for 2 reasons. One is that we've been confused often in the community with centers like rape crisis or crisis intervention, and another is because with our name change, we emphasize the fact that we are the Pregnancy Support Center, and we want girls to know that we are there to support them in whatever way we can, not just at the crisis onset of the pregnancy, but throughout the time that they're pregnant, and to serve them in any way that they will allow us.
Has there been any change in the services that you're offering?
The services are going to increase a little bit. Come November, we're going to start our first parenting classes.
Oh, great.
For any young families in the community that are interested in becoming involved. But basically, the services will stay the same. We are continuing to offer all our services free of charge. We do free pregnancy testing. We offer referrals to all the agencies in the community. We offer free maternity clothes, free pregnancy clothes, free maternity clothes, layouts for the babies when they're about to be born, large baby items, free birth classes. We have a reconciliation support group for women who have suffered trauma because of maybe an abortion in their past, and we continue to serve the community through our abstinence program in the area high schools and middle schools.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yes.
Obviously, it takes you a lot of volunteers to run all these different programs. Are you in need of volunteers right now?
We are always in need of volunteers. What nonprofit agency isn't? We have about 65 volunteers who do the hands-on work with the clients, the one-on-one work, and to enable them and equip them to do that, we have a volunteer training session that we ask these volunteers to take. It's 7 sessions. They're 3.5 hours apiece. Our next sessions begin October the 4th. They start on Tuesday evenings. They're Tuesday evenings and Saturday mornings throughout the month of October. The cost is $25 if they're able to pay that, but don't let cost stand in your way of being a part of the center. And this is for anyone who wants to work in client contact. There are about 50 other places that people can work that really don't have to involve the training, such as mailings and handling baby items and sometimes bringing in food plates and that sort of thing when we're doing entertaining or when we're having seminars and classes. So there's a lot of ways that a person can get involved at the Pregnancy Center.
Now, these people would be directly in contact with clients that would be calling you. What kind of jobs would they be doing?
The ones that take the volunteer training, there are several areas in which they serve. One of them is our appointment line that we try to keep on 24 hours a day. We're not always able to have that going on because we don't have enough volunteers to man it. So some of the time we have to have an answering machine, but our goal is to have it operable from 9 a.m. on Monday morning to 9 a.m. on Saturday morning, and that is a trained volunteer that answers the phone. It's put on call forwarding, so it just goes right into her home. It's very easy for her to take the messages, set appointments for clients that would call in needing a pregnancy test or other services. The second area they serve in is as a receptionist, and that's where they come into the center and spend a couple of hours of their time. Most of our volunteer commitment is for every other week, about a 3-hour time frame, and we ask for a 9-month commitment once they've taken the training.
Okay, we've only got about a minute left, but you have a banquet coming up. Do you want to tell us about that?
We have 2 fundraisers a year. One is our spring walkathon and our fall banquet, and the banquet is scheduled for September the 29th. It will be held at Cathedral of Life. It is a free banquet for anyone who wants to know about the center and what we do there and to hear a little more in detail than what I've been able to give you here. It is the place that we take the pledges for fundraising for the next year's work, so we know what we're going to be able to do in 1995.
Okay. What is the phone number? If somebody wants to know about the banquet, the volunteer training, anything.
All the same number.
Okay.
455-7500. They can make banquet reservations, or they can register for training, or they can find out more information about other ways that we can help.
Okay, thanks for coming this evening.
Thank you, Susie.
Next up is Pat Anderson with the calendar of events. Stay with us. Next up is Pat Anderson with the calendar of events. Pat?
Thank you, Susie. The Stark County National Association of the Remodeling Industry has begun booth sign-ups in preparation for the 1994 Fall Home Improvement Expo from September 30th through October 2nd at the Canton Memorial Civic Center. The expo features businesses in the remodeling industry as well as kitchen designers, landscapers, lawn and patio specialists, and lending specialists. For more details about the booths and prices, you can call 455-6274. Kent Stark will offer 3 human resource management classes this fall. Sales Management, Development, and Leadership is designed to assist in improving the overall sales results of a department. That course will meet 6 to 8 p.m. on Mondays for 8 weeks beginning September 19th. Employee Relations, Development, and Management will meet Tuesdays from 5:30 to 8 for 8 weeks beginning September 20th. This course is designed to help enhance individual and company communications. Adventures in Attitudes is intended to foster positive attitudes in an organization and to help a company learn the challenges of change. This course will meet Mondays from 5:45 to 8:15 for 9 weeks, beginning on September 19th. For more information or to register, you can call the Office of Special Programs and Continuing Studies at 499-9600. A networking golf outing sponsored by the Canton Chamber of Commerce will be at 11:30 in the morning, September 19th at Skyland Pines. Cost for 18 holes of golf, a cart, box lunch, a steak dinner, beverages, and prizes is $55 per person. The number to call is 456-7253. The Eagles 190 Auxiliary is renting tables for an October craft show. The show will be at 10 o'clock until 8 o'clock on October 6th and 7th in the Eagles Hall at 117 First Street Southwest in Massillon. Table rentals will be $15 for one day and $20 for both days. For more information or to reserve a table, call 832-3004. Registrations are being accepted for a landscape design course September 20th and 21st at the Canton Garden Center. Classes to be held from 9 in the morning to 3:30 each day are open to anyone interested in designing, maintaining, or evaluating home landscapes. Professors from the Ohio State University Department of Landscape Architecture and landscape architects will conduct the course. The $40 fee must be paid in advance. For more information, you can call 478-2816. The Harry Chapin musical Cotton Patch Gospel is now playing at the North Canton Playhouse. This rollicking, foot-stomping, hand-clapping musical is a retelling of the Book of Matthew. Performances are Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 8 o'clock p.m. and Sundays at 2:30 p.m. now through October 9th. Tickets are $10 for adults and $8 for seniors and students. For reservations, call 494-1613. Tony Bennett will be in concert Monday, October 3rd at Umstadt Performing Arts Hall. It's a benefit concert to help support the Buckeye Council Boy Scouts of America, and it's sponsored by Skyland Pine Golf Course and the Papa Bear Italian Restaurants. For more information or to get your tickets, call 477-7248. The Lincoln High School classes of 1965 and 1966 are planning their 30th year reunion for August 4th and 5th of 1995. If you are a graduate of either class and you have moved since the last reunion or know someone who has, please call Dave Szymanski at 484-4826. If your nonprofit club or organization would like to appear on What's Happening in Stark County, you can write to us at the Community Television Consortium, Post Office Box 8335. That's Canton, and the zip is 44711. Or you can give us a call at 493-8925. What's Happening airs on Warner Cable 11, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. On Tuesdays at 6 and Thursdays at 6:30, and on Massillon Cable Channel 50 on Thursdays at 7:30. It's the first week of school.
Thanks, Pat. That wraps up another edition of What's Happening in Stark County. Thanks for joining us.